Edge. Okay. Good afternoon, hockey fans. Welcome back to the Bloomington Ice Garden in Bloomington, Minnesota for the third and now final game of the OS Spring Festival 2026 for your junior Whitecaps White. The games tomorrow have been canceled preemptively due to the Great March Storm of 2026. Much anticipated and discussed. Supposed to be starting up here. Did we see degrees, temperature touching 60 degrees a week ago? We did. Will we see the biggest blizzard in years today and tomorrow? Possibly. All things could be true. Say hi to Miss Riley Andiol and Miss Audrey LaMantia hiding behind the stanchion. There's Miss Ingrid Newman, Jamie Jorgensen. White team in the white sweaters today. That'll make it easier. However, based on us being, I guess, the home team down on this end, we'll be set up in the defensive zone for the game. I'd go down to the other end, but it is filled with parents since there's no seating section on the side. All of the parents are down way down yonder. You can see them along that glass. There's a seating area down there, and for those wanting to be in the rink, that is their option. There's the upstairs here now in big number 2. You can see it's closed in. Some windows to look down on the rink. That's no fun. Miss Ella Olson. Elizabeth Solonic. Itaghetto. Ingrid Newman. Warm-up periods are winding down. We'll get ready to play one more game of hockey this weekend. And we'll head back home. Got to hit the grocery store and stock up for what could be weeks buried in our house. The old Minnesota March blizzard of 2026. That's the buzzer. Pucks will be coming in, and we'll see if JWC White can get a W on the weekend. They're playing the Whitecaps Sky, so not the JWC Sky that we played twice already. This, I would believe, based on the naming convention of Whitecaps, is an older Sky team. We have not seen a roster. I have no idea what's on it, but I would expect the girls to at least be 1 to 2 years older. And with that, I'm sure it'll be another tough one for JWC White. Let's get to it, folks. Still trying to get the scoreboard to make sure it's working. Save. Callanan starting off in net for the White squad. Fired on left. And coming back in for the Sky. Newman sent it out, and I think it went into the White bench. I'm going to try this sideline HD website again while I'm doing that. Skating it our way. Sky squad into the zone from the right side. Intercepted Jorgensen. She's on the move up to 62. I think that's Hodgman. Lifts a backhanded shot through the crease. Towards the net. It's loose out front. Some Sticks hacking away. A early whistle as Sticks were jabbing away in front of the netminder. The puck had come back out to the slot, but whistled dead. Ambule. Jorgensen's pass misfired and coming in. Centering pass off the stick of 85, but past the left post. Sent out of the zone, and Hodgman will send it deep for the White squad. Chambliss. Centering pass. Chambliss tries to clear right out to the point. Olsen stops the shot. Trying to center one, number 77 to the slot. Callanan with the shoulder save. Back to the point. Chipped forward. Chambliss gets a piece of it. Off the post, outside of the post. Ambule battling, along with Ella Olsen right in front of us. Tried to find the slot, number 90 did, but it goes all the way down into their own zone. It'll get a change for the White. Coming back at us, number 27. Gettle trying to clear, cannot. 78 across the top of the circles. Sharp angle shot, Callanan vacuums that one in. The stick of Gettle, she's on the move, taking it wide left, couldn't get it deep, just inside the blue line, now back out, coming right back at us. Salonic's trying to get there. Will be picked up by Newman. Stopped at the half wall, centers one, will clear the zone. Sky team back in their zone. Regrouping. And they'll send it in, get a change. Callanan will leave it for Engstrom. They'll come around, finding Lamantia. Tried to get a pass over, no dice. Will now send it not in, as it was stopped by the wing, who's coming back and fires it in on Callanan. And out through the crease, she got back. Rebound was there on the back door for number 80. Callanan slid back across the blue paint and able to save it. And a horse collar there. Ambule doesn't love it. Lamantia on the move over to Hodgman now. Not able to get pucks deep right now. That is Ambule. Firing it out front. Off the stick of Chambliss. Out front, Ambule got a piece of it. Goes into the far corner. And sent out. It'll be Ambule picking it up, firing it up the boards. Hartle in the neutral zone. Solonic taken away. 2-on-0. Low shot. Save. Callahan on the pads. Here comes Ella Olsen back the other way. Back to the middle. Right side. Into the corner. We'll go behind the cage. Looking. Surveying. Escaping. Trying to center one. Knocked away to the wall. And Sky on the breakout. Far side, zone entry number 77, tries the center one. Back out to the point. Half wall, out front, middle. And that one slides into Callahan for the cover. Good defense out front. Solonic tying up a Sky player. Would have had a look. Newman out to take the draw. Kicked out to the point for Sky. Gettle gets a piece of it and then just has to tip it out. Sky back in the zone. Newman finds the puck. Back to the Sky, circling, 77. Backhand shot, Callahan saving a cover. Get a good look at the goalie play here from this end, that's for sure. Two good ones here. Ellie Callahan starting this one, then we should see Miss Ruby Summit in the second half. Oh yeah, I see her over on the bench. Assumed she was back. Dynamic duo from Holy Family, the Catholic Fire, the most Catholic net in the spring league. Fired on off the glove, not held on to. Lamantia picks it up, centering pass too far ahead of Chambliss, I believe. Sky sends it around the boards. Callahan holds it. Chambliss comes back this way. It's Gettle going to try to get there. Wins in time. Back to Gettle. Fires it over to Hartle on the move. Hartle trying to get out front. Shot. Got to the pad and covered. I think a defender's stick out on that shot. Didn't look like she got everything on it. It'll stay down there. And Hartle fires that one on net off the draw and hung on to. One-timer, Chambliss misses left. Far corner. Shot missed right. Might have been deflected. Out to the point. Chambliss has to backhand dump it in. Good zone time. That one does come out. That's because I said it. Ambule firing it across ice. Misses the stick of Jorgensen. Heads back into the zone, however. In comes the Ella Olsen line, but coming this way, Sky on the entry. Fired. Chest pad save. Rebound comes bouncing back at her. Callahan Lays a mid over it. And calmly hands it back to the official. Good look at Ella Olsen here on the draw. Wins it back. Lindstrom around the boards. Past Solonic. O'Leary. Doesn't clear. It did come out momentarily. They called off. Comes back out and re-entry. There's 44. Good stick by Engstrom disrupting. Getting a good look at the defense here down in this end. Pass out to Starkey. Up the left-hand side, centering the puck. Comes out, center ice, Solonic. Sends it back to the corner. Behind the cage for Sky. Off the boards and will come all the way down. It would normally be an icing. Callanan will play it and send it to mid-ice. A bouncing puck gets to Lamantia. She made one girl miss and then it was knocked in by the Sky. They're going to try to come up this left side. Pinching hard is Ambule. Never seen her play D before, but you know, a player like that can play anywhere, and Ambule showing it, making the move, dangling through defenders. Back to the point, Chambliss. Back to the side, fired. High off the chest pad, it's loose out front, and whistled covered. We are just under 13 minutes left in the first half. It is scoreless. I might have lost the scoreboard again. Hey, what are you doing over here? There's Miss Ashley Noble. Oh, extreme close-up. Apparently showing up late to the game here.
Oh, my mom forgot my breezers.
Oh, her mom forgot her breezers. Always the mom thrown under the bus.
They took my gear home, so...
Unbelievable. So she's over here pantsless.
No.
Let's take a look. Let's get a good look over here at Ashley Noble without her breezers. It looks like she's just wearing leggings all the way up. And waiting for those breezers, and then maybe we'll see her on the ice. Can't believe a mom would do that. That's what I've been saying. Moms have been a problem for years. Here comes the Sky team. Fired off the top of the shoulder pad, too high over the crossbar. Jorgensen, too far ahead of her. And coming back at us from the right side, centering pass. Solonic, another great play out front, clearing that one on the move. Hartle sends it in deep. Coming back at us. Fired, glove save, Callanan. The little flip. Love how they flip it out of the glove onto the top of the glove for the official. Looking pretty cool if you ask me. Cannot get the scoreboard to not cut out on me, so there's Ambule. Off the board. Chipped out by Starkey. Misfire getting it out by Chambliss. Puck is, where is it? All the way down. And coming at us. Number 27, around the net. Back to the point. To the point again. Good stick by Gettle. Gets a piece of it. Knocks it out of the zone. Sky picks it back up. Lamantia with the steal and a penalty. A hook. I don't know if they're calling that on Lamantia. I don't think I saw a hooker, but it is definitely on the White squad. Let's see, there's Callanan ready to go. And a save, Callanan. Newman tried to find Lamantia, bounces off of a breezer. Lamantia back to Gettle. Trying to get one back out front, intercepted. That'll come all the way out of the zone. It is Ashley Noble with breezers on. So I didn't see her leave, but apparently she got her breezers in on the ice. And D-to-D pass to Chambliss. Her shot on net. It is loose. Wasn't covered. The goalie didn't know where it was. It was in front of her pad. The D pulled it away. And that one, I think, went out of play. It did. About 7.5 and counting here in a scoreless battle. JWC White looking for their first win of the weekend, and which would be their only win of the weekend, as this is the last game with tomorrow's game canceled. Nice glove, Callan. Good stick. Solana clears the zone, but right back in. Offside. Pass. Offside, I believe. Under 5.5. Another glove save. Callanan. Solonic rings the boards. Pass Starkey. Can't chip it out. Held in. Sent behind the net. Engstrom working. Played to the middle. Olsen finding Lamantia. Gets by defender. Turning, firing. And tried to go 5-hole, it looks like. I didn't get the zoom in. Audrey finally won a battle in the neutral zone, got that puck going the right way, and was able to shed the defender, get the shot off. Was looking to go, it looked like a low shot 5-hole, and looks like she was able to close it down in time. Takeout pass. Centering pass, broken up Lamantia that time. She will then pick it up, fire it to Gettle. Gettle is looking for Newman in the middle. Loose in the neutral zone, offsides. White will regroup to center. Loose puck picked up. Skated in the middle. Turning, firing. Wide right. Jorgensen battling along with Ambule. Goes to the far side corner, number 44. Tipped up, Lamantia picking it up. She's on the move with a hooker from behind. Wrong term, I heard it as soon as I said it. Hope nobody ever clips that one. There's Noble with her pants. Solonic, I don't know where it's going. Loose out front. Noble knocked off number 80 before she could get the shot from the slot. Offside by a mile is, I think it was Hodgman navigating outside the blue line. And one of her line mates was skating in. And it'll be the Ella Olsen line coming out. The Holy Family line. We've got oh, look at that. We got some folks saying hi down there. There's Ruby Simmet. And I think that's Ambule down there saying hi. We've got the Catholic line out with the Catholic net. Well, it's all Catholic, all Holy Family Fire lineup out there except for number 16 Solonic from Blake. The other 4 skaters and goalie from Holy Family, and that one was stoned by Callanan with the stick, closing down the 5-hole. Yeah, fired, and that went off the chest pad. Solonic clears. Olsen. Skating it up the left-hand side, cutting to the middle, getting a shot off, and that one into the logo. Netminder down yonder. Chattahoochee. 111 and counting here in the first half. Still scoreless. It's been a good one, folks. Very evenly played. The Newman line comes in. Lamantia on the right. I don't know who's on the left. I think it's Gettle. Kyla Engstrom. Newman backs it out to Lamantia. Will send it in deep. "15 seconds left. Can they hold it and get a shot?" Lamantia and Gettle on the forecheck down there. Gets into the corner. Might not come out. Yes, it does. Lamantia on her backhand. Goes behind the net. Looking for somewhere to go, and time runs out. Likely not aware of the clock situation there. Otherwise, it would have been advised to just throw one to the middle. But that is the end of the first half. We will take a short break. I'll try to once again. Really annoying that I've got to half. Callanan with a beauty. Well, we'll see if we can put one in, come away with the W, and get on home before the great St. Patty's Blizzard of 2026. Will it rival the Halloween Blizzard of 92? Being in Minnesota this long, you'd think I should know it because it's been talked about for years. I was not here during that time, but it was 91, 92. They still talk about the great Halloween Blizzard, and let's see if this St. Patty's one can live up to it. Callanan working on her toe drag release over there, and her Sullies. Looks good. Spirits are high after the shutout first half. Noble over there, getting used to skating with her pants on. She managed to lose her breezers between this morning's game and this afternoon. Blamed her mom, as teenage girls do. But I ask you, whose pants were they, Miss Ashley Noble? Whose pants were they? Be about 25 minutes left. There's Miss Ruby Simmet. Cruising on into net. She's ready to go. And it is off. It was Ada Gettle taking the draw. Newman moving over to wing. Lamantia at right wing. Gettle goes back to her D, looking for space. Goes into the zone. Right back out. This puck, Simmet comes out. Off the chest pad, a high stick on 87. Almost up to the rafters. She knocked it down and Simmet covered, but high stick was called. And they're gonna go all the way down to the other end. I don't think they're gonna give a penalty shot on the high stick. Does not look that way. I'm not advocating that they should. Gettle will get on down there for the draw. Comes back to Noble, low shot. Lamantia in the corner. Was trying to get back to Noble, but stopped. And coming at us. Newman with the back check. Loose puck. Chambliss. Fired in by Noble. They'll get a change for White. Whitecaps Sky looking to break it in. They'll dump it in. Simmett's going to come out and leave it. Be picked up by Isla Engstrom. Over to Hodgman. Turned over. Out front, backhand, save, Simmet. Rebound, steered aside, back out to the point. Down low, 85. Back to the D. DV's one-timer misfired, only got a piece of that one. Kind of knuckled into Simmet for the save. There goes Ambule up the right side, centering one. Got to the stick, I think, of Jorgensen for a moment. I couldn't see where it went, but obviously outside the post. And that one's coming out. On the move, all alone. Save Simmet. Engstrom did a good job of getting back and disrupting that one, but it did get on net and off the shoulder pad of Simmet. Both teams digging for it. It is O'Leary. Finds the lane up the middle. Takes it wide right. Puck trickles in, lost possession. Coming back out to center. And knocked in by Olsen. She gets boarded up. 21:48 left in this one, scoreless. Behind the net. Olsen boarded up before she got to the red line, was looking to dump it deep. And gets by. Nine low shot, was knocked down out front by Hartle, I think. Kept in, number 90 from the slot, low shot. Redirected out front, knocked to the corner. Taking it to the middle, sticked away. Chambliss, that shot blocked, goes up into the netting. They'll play on. And Gettle got housed there. Back to the point. Firing Simmet. Covered, quick whistle, not really that quick. It did come loose, but was already blown dead. And the Gettle line in, formerly known as the Newman line. Gettle, Lamantia forward to Newman. Sends it in. Gettle found the loose puck, a quick shot from the left circle, covered up. Gettle again. Under 20 minutes. Set up. Noble turning it around. Finding Lamantia. Finding the stick of Newman. Gettle bumped off it. It'll stay in. Now out. Engstrom over to Noble. She's got pressure. 2 on her. Couldn't find anywhere to go with it. It was turned over. Slides into the net. Covered up. Through the slot. Stick by Hodgman in the corner. Hartle, side of the net. Hartle comes away with it. Centering pass. Missed its mark. Hold on to in the slot. Turn fired. Kick save. Simmet. Little trip, no call. Stays in the zone. Here's 91. Coming wraparound attempt. Simmet gets over. Turning from the slot. Might have hit her shoulder pad or might have just been too high. Couldn't tell. Either way, no goal. But again, there's been a lot of shots hitting this way. That one's going to get covered up by Simmet. White having trouble clearing the zone these last 2 shifts. We'll bring in a new line to try better. And we'll see if this one works. Ella Olsen line out. Noble picks it up. Starkey chipping it up past Olsen and comes out to center ice. Back in. Firing kick save, Simmet. Starkey on the far side, up past Olsen. Re-entry. In Noble's stick. Steered aside, Chambliss. Skating it through a lane of her own. Sounded like it hit some pipe over there. Noble's got to backtrack just out of the reach of her stick. And this is going to be a shot. One on, off the shoulder pad and up over the crossbar. Simmet got enough of that one to keep it 0-0. And that one gloved up, Simmet. All right, maybe we'll go back to the first line and try again. Here comes the Itagetta line. Solonic controls. Gettle up ahead. Neutral zone battle. Gets to the stick of Lamantia. She's on the move. Taking it wide right. Cuts back to the inside. On her backhand. Trying to get by a defender. Hung up. Got to the stick of, I think, Newman. Comes out to Engstrom. Turns, fires. Gloved up. I think that one was going high over the crossbar. But caught. We'll be at about 16 minutes left in this one. Still scoreless. That broken stick in the middle of the ice. Lamantia skating it the other way. Pulls it back. Low shot. Got near out front and I think stopped. Hartle coming away. She's hooked. Penalty called. And Hartle's going to have a penalty shot to try to take the lead for White as she was hooked. 15-10 and counting, Hartle, number 26. saved and steered aside. Into the corner. Ooh, and Ambule called for the hook. And now a chance coming the other way against Simmet. Back-to-back hooks. Number 77 with the puck. She's on the move. Simmet comes out. Front hand, backhand, front hand scored. And Sky takes the 1-0 lead. Solonic, centering pass finds Olsen. Takes it to the middle. Turning, firing, misses left. Loose on the side of the cage, now into the corner. Sky on the breakout, off of stick of 77. Noble coming back. Knocked the stick out of 77's hands. Well offside, has to dump it in. And that'll give a chance for Noble to pick it up. Finding Starkey on the right side, dumps it in. 71 lost an edge and barrels into the end boards. Oops, I don't know where I was going with that. It's going to come all the way back for Gettle. Finding Lamantia. I was trying to zoom, I didn't see what happened there. I don't know if it got knocked away or if she was trying to pass it somewhere. But coming back the other way. Fired on, rebound is cleared. Sharp angle shot knocked all the way out of the zone by Simmet. Gettle working. Gets it in the zone. Back out. And that one's going to get by. Good recovery by Hartle. Back out to the point. Shot. Pad save. Oh, that one tipped away by Engstrom. There were two girls racing to the slot. That would have been a grade A chance if it wasn't for the stick of Engstrom. Now Hartle working to clear. She's tripped up, and it's going to be a penalty going the other way. It's a delayed penalty. Jorgensen on the left. Still have possession. Now it's whistle dead, and it's going to be, I believe, Hartle with a chance to tie it up with 11:23 and counting on the delayed penalty. And here she goes. And stopped. Stays 1-0. 0 for 2 on the penalty shots. JWC White. 1 for 1 from the Whitecaps Sky, and that's the difference in this game. Engstrom. Now Jorgensen. From the point, stopped. Here's Hodgman. She have a breakaway. She's behind everyone. Turning, firing. No score. White's had a couple looks on the penalty shots. Oh, that one hits the post. And trickled in for the cover. Missed the glove of Simmet. Hit the upper left-hand corner of that post. Stays out. We got 10 minutes left. Still 1-0. Difference in this is the penalty shots. 0 for 2 for the White, 1 for 1 by the Sky squad. The official almost lost an edge there and hit a little piece of ice, little gauge. Now he's showing him where it was. He's going to try to fix it up, say, that can't be me, it's got to be the ice. No doubt, my friend, no doubt. That one off the right or left post, right post from where we're standing. Centering out front. Loose puck sitting out there, pulled out, back to the point. Slap shot into the gullet. Simmet with her stick laying in front of her makes the save. Olsen. Nice physicality by Olsen. That one gets by. Starkey brings it in, surveys, looking for somewhere to go, nowhere to go. 77 comes away with the puck. Chambliss coming back to her own net, picking it up, 2 on her, flips it out. Held on to in the slot, low shot, misses left. Chambliss up over the red, sends it in. Newman on the forecheck behind the cage. Comes out the far side. Engstrom just off the bench, and a high chest pad save by Simmet. Held in, and that one off the outside of the post on the sharp angled shot. Puck's down there somewhere. Solonic getting in there. Knocked down by Gettle. Newman trying to come away with it. Trying to pass to Lamantia. Stepped in front, but it gets by everyone. And coming out. Newman picks it up. Just looking for Lamantia, didn't catch it. Solonic shot gets on net. Played away behind the goal line by the netminder. We're just over 7 minutes left. That is Newman trying to get it to Gettle. Defender got there. Solonic will send it to the corner. It rings the boards. All the way on the near side is Hartle trying to get there. Lamantia scored. Sharp angle shot, and Lamantia ties it up. Her second of the tournament. On the sharp angle shot. Let's see if I can get back in here to update the score, but it's 1-1 with 6.5 left. Audrey Lamantia, number 23, number 1 in her grandparents' hearts. And still trying to update the score while I'm doing a camera. There it is. Shot from Hodgman was saved. Back up to forward after Noble found her pants. Hartle dumping it up. She'll pick it up, trying to skate it in. Just trying to stick with it, but Sky coming out the other way. And the cross, nice pass to 85, gets the front and misses left. Simmet did a good job of taking an angle away. And that one's just loose right out front. Another great save by Simmet. But she's about to see another one. And gloved up. It was outside the post, but a good job catching it as they had another girl there looking to tip it in. Simmet having a little conversation with the official there. I don't know what he's saying. I'm saying, you all right? And she's like, yeah, I'm good, dog. You know, roughly the conversation. Or he was saying, maybe I've never seen a save that good in my life. You know, could be the same. And that one up for Noble. Get zoomed in. Her shot. Did that go in? It did. I couldn't see the shot, but I see the celly. And I think Noble gives them the lead 2-1 with just under 4.5 left. JWC White coming back from the dead. It is. They call it a penalty. They're going to call it a trip. Number 77, who scored the first one, was going across the crease right in front of Simmet. Simmet stopped her, but they call a trip as she was going through the crease. And this is a replay of the one. Can they tie it up, or can Simmet come up big? She's out. Turning. Save! Tried to go back to that forehand, and Simmet was with her the whole way. 77 gets it back. That one fired and misses. Under 3.5 to play in this one, folks. Pass comes through. Oops. Tripping on the tripod. Number 78 knocked away. Hartle. Playing defense now. Kept in, down low. Looking out front, nobody there, comes back to the point. Fired in, a good job, Simmet locating that one. Comes back out to the point again. Lamantia can't get a piece of it. Simmet! Now that's the save of the game right there. Knocked it down, rebound, juicy right out in front, and a diving glove save. Ruby Simmet. Put it on the highlight tape, yes. Referee can go talk to her about that one. Holy family, holy save. It stays 2-1 with 2:20 and counting. They should go to stop time after 2 minutes with a goal differential within 2. And Simmet just comes out and jumps on that one. Clock still ticking, but if they are doing it correctly, it should go to running or stop time here in a few seconds on the next whistle. Can White clear it? It comes back to the point. Ambule comes in, can't clear it. 91 down low. Goalie's pulled at 6-on-5 attackers. Sends it back to the half wall. 87 gets possession, back to the point. Back down low. Noble gets it. Not cleared. Ambule gets a piece of it, sends it out. There's 137 and counting. Empty net for the Sky. It's trickling towards the net. It is going to be saved right at the end. Oh, man, I didn't zoom in. The defender stopped it. It was heading in right before the goal line. 120. It's coming in onside. Shot was blocked, goes up high, goes to the half wall, back to the point. Going the other way, it's Hodgman on the empty net, misses left on the empty netter. Fired by Noble, misses right. They'd have better luck if they put that goalie back in. Ambule turns and fires, and she misses. 0 for 3 on the empty net shots for the White squad. 46 seconds left. That one goes in on the empty netter, and it's 3-1, JWC White. On the fourth empty net shot, they get one to go. I didn't see who it was that actually sent it in. Shot fired on, Simmet hangs on again. Winner, and JWC White gets their first and only victory of the weekend, and that's going to do it for us here from Bloomington Ice Garden, Bloomington, Minnesota, home of the 2026 Blizzard coming your way. We will see you next time. Say hi to Audrey Bowl.
Hi.
Also from the Irish here, be playing next. And we will see you soon, folks. It's been fun. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we'll see you whenever we got our next game. I'm not sure if there's something coming up this week. As you know, I don't look up the calendar, but as always, check your local listings, and we'll holler at you soon.